Yeah, Mafia Magazine Radio.
Peace, it's Born Divine, man. What's good with it?
Peace. What's good, Born?
Ain't nothing, man.
Hold
Just,
on, hold on, fella. Let me set you up real quick, all right?
all right, all right.
For all my listeners out there, man, I get the opportunity, man, to sit down with one of hip hop's truly divine artists, man. And this cat goes by the name of Born Divine. And we're going to sit down with Born for a little while, and Born going to let us know, man, what he do to cross the board in the music industry. So, Born, baby, what's good, baby? How the industry treating you these days, son?
Oh, what's up, my G, man? Everything is all love, love. You know, the indie market, we booming. IndieBoom.com. You know, we doing what we do, state to state, getting it in.
Yeah, no question, baby. So let's crack it off like this here, baby. Let everybody know, man, where you originally from and basically how long you actually been doing your thing.
And I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
You know, straight from the DMV.
Yeah.
You know, I came into the game in 2005 as Capadonna's hype man
Right.
from the Wu Tang. You know, so I've been rocking with Wu Tang and Protect Your Neck Records since then. Me and Cap also got the Better Life Movement LLC and affiliated also with Wu South,
Right.
the whole Wu South movement.
Right. So this getting ready to be for all my listeners out there, man. Y'all make sure y'all stay locked in right here, baby. Because Born, this cat right here been doing a lot of things, like I said, across the board in the industry, and he gonna let you know all that he's doing, man. And if you got any questions, you can always get at him, get at us. You know what I'm saying? Because this one is a treat for us, our show right here tonight, baby. So Born, man, let everybody know, man. You know what made you want to start even doing music, baby? You know what I'm saying? Like at what point or who was the focus that you said to yourself, man, I can do this, and not only can I do this, but I can do this really, really well?
Well, when I first started doing music, what made me want to do music was my Uncle Jay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He played a bass guitar. They had a band when I was real young. You know what I mean? And he kind of inspired me with the vision of doing the music all together. You know, they wanted me to be a singer and whatnot, really. You know, they used to play a lot of Parliament Funkadelic in the basement, practicing and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then one day, you know, my uncle came home with a pair of turntables, and the first two albums he had as a DJ was Run DMC and LL Cool J.
Right.
So, you know, he left home one day and I got to playing with the record. And it was like I memorized the verses and like I memorized the whole songs in like one day.
Right, right.
And I found myself rapping and imitating them.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, from there, I think my greatest inspiration to want to be an MC was Rakim. Eric B. and Rakim, you know.
No doubt. The God.
Listening to Rakim, you know, when he came out, it just made me want to really be an MC one day.
Yeah.
You know, but of course, you know, it takes that time to work and perfect your craft and to learn how to be yourself in this hip hop game.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and let's get to all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, first and foremost, man, you know what I'm saying? We already know you was doing music from an early age. You know what I'm saying? And before, you know, you had to take your little sabbatical, you know, was you writing then? Was you doing music then? You know what I'm saying?
I really wasn't like writing. I used to just freestyle, play around and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then, but I was in the streets, you know, doing a lot of the wrong things.
Right, right.
But then once I got slowed down, then I began to write. And I really ain't start really putting my pen to work till about 98.
Okay.
99, somewhere around in there.
Right.
Know?
Right. So once, you know what I'm saying, you know, once you had to sit down for a little bit, you know what I mean? I'm curious to know, man, how was you able to stay focused, man, through all the madness that probably was going on around you at that time, you know what I mean? And how you was just able to kind of lock in on your writings and your skills, man, and just try to make a way for a better day for yourself.
Man, it was just the love of the hip hop and always keeping that alive in my heart that made me stay focused, and it ultimately saved me from going back to doing all the wrong things because I fell in love with the music on another level.
Right.
You know what I mean? Once I fell in love with it on another level, it was like I wasn't willing to do anything to jeopardize my potential
Right.
anymore. You know,
Yeah.
I wanted to make it. I wanted to make it into a reality for myself, so bad that I could taste it. You know what I mean? Like that's all I thought about when I woke up.
Right.
You know.
No question. And you've been blessed, man, to be able to be around some of the great ones. You know what I'm saying? And I just want you to let the people know a little bit of what that was like. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some of the jewels that was dropped on you. You know what I'm saying? And some of the things some of the ways that you was guided. You know what I'm saying? In order to continue on making the great music that you make today.
Well, you know, being around Capadonna was a great experience. I got to learn firsthand the do's and the don'ts of the industry and of the hip hop nation altogether. You know, being around Wu Tang and really learning from the brain. The things that I learned to make myself better as a person is to always be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? To be original and to be you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
No matter what. Oh, and another major jewel that really helped me was always represent your hood.
Right.
You know, always so like whatever you doing in this music, you know, being original and representing your name and who you are, where you from.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that's what hip hop is for real. It's a culture and it's our way of communication too.
No question. And a lot of folks don't know, man, that, you know, those are great jewels when a cat drops them on you. You know what I'm saying? Those are real good life lessons that you got to actually, in order to make it in this game, man, you actually got to take those forward. You know what I'm saying? So tell us, man, what was one of the first projects, man, that you worked on? You know what I mean? That, you know, after you finished that project, you kind of said to yourself, man, I'm on my way.
One of the first projects that I did was with Capadonna was called The Transition Volume 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't say that was the one where I thought I was on my way, you know, but it was my starting point. You know, I was nervous.
Right.
Because I was working with a hip hop legend.
No doubt.
So a lot of times I wasn't comfortable with my own capabilities, even though the God was encouraging me, telling me, yo, you good.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I still had doubts. So when we did the Capitalized project, which came out in 2008, I was the most featured artist on that project with Capadonna. So that right there, that was the project when I really felt like my confidence level was up. I was feeling good about the things that I was writing and my experiences that I was putting on paper. And then, you know, I felt like, man, I got it. I'm
right.
ready now.
Right.
You know,
right.
I still wasn't all the way ready on the stage presence yet, but I got there.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then once I got there, and mainly that was by being around the clan and watching them perform live and watching Cap, you know, tear down venues by itself. That's when I felt like, yeah, I'm here now. Now I got an opportunity to really express myself and my skill set. And this last album that I just dropped under Protect Your Neck Records last year, called Black Diamonds, that right there, I can honestly say, is my official solo album where I feel completely satisfied with a project coming from within myself.
Right. And let's get into that a little bit, man. You know, I mean, we all know, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times, you know, your materials derive from your everyday experiences. But my question to you is, man, how was you able to quantify those thoughts, you know what I'm saying, into giving it back to the people so they can not only feel what you're talking about, also feel about that everyday life that you're speaking on every day?
Man, it was through solitude, man. I had to go in and I had to be in a space
mm-hmm.
by myself, within myself. You know what I mean? I literally went away from family, friends, everybody when I was working on that project, and I was going through the different experiences that I had been through over the years, that struggle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you know, I always say pressure either bust pipes or turn you into a diamond. You know what I mean? So that's why the name of the album is Black Diamonds.
No question.
Because I felt like, you know, I took all the trials and the jewels and I pressed them together, and they was diamonds, but they was black diamonds, you know.
Yeah.
You know, black representing, you know, the universe and and the dominant gene. You know what I mean?
No question.
So by being by myself and reflecting on life was how I was able to take them thoughts and bring them out. You know, the same way I did when I was, when I was down.
Mm-hmm.
It was just me,
Right.
in there.
Right. Right.
Nurturing my own thoughts,
No doubt. You know what I'm saying? So let's flip to the CEO portion. I mean, you done grown as an artist. You know what I'm saying? You done experienced some things in your life, man, and then you took it to another level. You know what I'm saying? And let us know, man, about, when you became the CEO of the Better Life movement. You know what I'm saying? Get into what the indie boom is about. Let everybody know, kind of like, the movement that you on right now.
Absolutely. Being is that I was an independent artist, just meeting Capadonna in 2005. I was grinding. I had like a little 5-song EP, and I was selling it, being an entrepreneur with it, and then I ended up opening up a clothing store. The Better Life movement was actually the name of my first project, that EP I was selling.
Okay.
And Cap, he liked the name so much that he was like, "Yo, why don't we turn it into a company as a community outreach?" So I was like, "Word, I'm with it." Right. So Cap, me and we got together. We did the paperwork. We made it happen. Made it a real live movement. I've been running the company since, by myself. Cap has been promoting it and things like that. But basically, Cap was the investor who helped start the whole vehicle. And then from the growth and development of the Better Life movement, I in turn was able to make some nice connections with a few hefty investors and be able to start another company called Indie Boom LLC. You know what I mean? So once I started that, it was like I just kept elevating stage by stage, becoming a better businessman, connecting with other people that could help me, that could mentor me through a lot of the business process of being a business owner, because it's rough trying to be an independent business, right, and especially in the entertainment industry and market, But the business plan, I was able to draw up a nice business plan that caught the attention of McDonald Music Group.
Okay.
And they became my business partner for IndieBoom.com.
Okay.
So now we in year number 3 of that business, and of course the Better Life Movement LLC has been in existence since 2005. So we've grown tremendously, and now we booming, man. We got over 500 artists on IndieBoom.com that are a part of the process of growth and development,
No doubt. And being that I got you on the show, baby, I'm getting ready to extract all the info I possibly can, because it's some people out there, some shorties out there, man, that actually want to hear how you actually paved the way. I want you to kind of explain to them a little bit, man, on the business aspect of having your game together when you in this industry, man.
Yeah, when you come into the whole music industry, you got to understand that it's 95% business and 5% music. You know what I mean? So you got to make sure, like, a couple of the prerequisites are to make sure you have your copyright, make sure you have your BMI ASCAP, make sure you have your sound exchange, for your digital royalties, make sure you have your media base. You know what I mean? These are things that you got to go online, research, and look into, and get yourself foundated. Make sure you got your name trademarked, your business logos and things like that trademarked. Make sure you have your game all the way down on the legal side of things before you just jump out there and try to do contracts with corporations and things like that. Because if you don't, then you're going to lose in the long run as an artist, as a business, because every artist is an independent business of their own.
Right.
If you make any type of product or have any type of service, you are a walking business, man. And if they don't understand that from day one, then they're gonna miss out on the blessing.
Right. Right.